Hello and welcome back. So today I'm going to talk about the applications for conception, pregnancy and birthing in craniosacral therapy, in Upledger craniosacral therapy. So this is about the first class, and I'm going to show a book that is, I just love it. Dr. Upledger just writes like really amazing books. So it's called A Brain is Born, and it talks about exploring the birth and development of the central nervous system. So it's basically embryology. It explains, everything that we are made of, from the first week from conception all the way to being born. That's why it's called A Brain is Born, and how the nervous system forms. You know, how the sacrum and the occiput are at one piece. So your butt is at your head when you're like couple of weeks in utero. So that's a great read. And in the first class, I remember, like I said before, I'm gonna share some of my own experiences taking those classes. So again, there's a lot of anatomy. That's what those books are about. We're talking about the central nervous system, and then we apply it in our labs, what we call labs. So it's therapists are trading with each other. I remember, so now I have to think back like 10 years ago or longer. But in that first class, something came up for me. Again, we are like a lot of therapists and we're pairing up, or maybe we were in groups of three, can't recall. So there was a lot going on in the room. It's usually big conference rooms. There are like 40 to 50 therapists. And I'm laying on my table in my demos, in my own session. And I started sinking into my body, going deeper and seeing where do I find tension in my nervous system, where's there like memory within my system. And all of a sudden my nervous system was just going like it was just shaking, got triggered. So me, I had to observe what is that really about. That my fellow therapists were dialoguing. I think one of my TAs came over. Thank you, Katja. And what it was all about, what I had so deep still stuck in my nervous system, was my experience being the baby still in utero. So my mom had gotten into labor. I'm inside my mother. Obviously, I feel everything that my mother is feeling. That's one of the things that I always explain to parents. I'm like, your baby feels everything that you are feeling. I mean, it's not like it's in a vacuum. It's not like in an incubator. And even then it would get the information, the people probably around the incubator. But anyway, and it just came to me. I'm like, oh, because I remember my mother was telling me it really was annoying for her to hear some of the other women at the birth center or in the hospital where I was born, like moaning and screaming. My mother was like, yeah, it's painful. She didn't have an epidural. She's like, but so for her, that feeling of like, she didn't like it. It rattled her nervous system, hearing the other women in pain and moaning about it. And I still had that in my own nervous system. So in that session, I released it. We moved it out of my nervous system, and boom, and another layer of, I'm so much calmer than I used to be. So again, that's the empath. I still believe everybody remember it, but not everybody is that somatically connected to the memory in our nervous system. So that was my story regarding CCPB1, craniosacral therapy for conception, pregnancy and birthing 1. We also brought in pregnant women. We worked on pregnant women, so that was great. And there's always the somatics. So it's not just the physical, there's the somatics, is it an IVF? Is it your egg? Is it a donor egg? It is so complex. It's never just this one simple thing. I'm going to talk about more in my next video. Thank you.